Hey guys, I'm sorry about that. Got a call on the phone and it stopped recording. So, any hoozles. What I did was I just adhered the inside piece there. So that was that embossed smoky slate and the whisper white piece we had punched. And now what we can do is construct the front panel. So these are the 5 flowers I stamped and punched. And you might like to, we want to add some dimension to these because we know flowers are not flat, right, and perfect. So you might like to run your bone folder around and give them a curve. You might like to scrunch them up. Okay, whichever method you prefer, no biggie. Just let's give them some texture. That was my daughter, my 18-month running by the door. Duk, 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 duk. Alrighty, so they look pretty good. And to pop these up, I'm actually going to use dimensionals. So let's just uncurl them a little. And we'll pop a dimensional on the back of each of those. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The kids are doing so well with this being at home. We've had lots of time outside and play on the driveway and in the garden and all the rest of it. And today's a bit wet, so we haven't made it outside very much today at all, so they're doing well. I'm just going to stick these right on top of the flowers we stamped. Okay. And I take the time to stamp the flowers underneath because it just means that when the corners are curled up, there's something to show underneath as well that shows through instead of just the plain white. Oops, cardstock. Alright, that one, and that was the one I stamped full strength, but that's no biggie. And I am actually going to, yep, that's on. And this one, probably didn't need a full dimensional for those because it's going to stick over, but never mind. Next I am going to wrap around, so this is crinkled seam binding ribbon in Whisper White, and it's so beautiful to tie, very forgiving. So if you struggle tying bows, you'll do alright with this. So let's wrap that around, and I like to tie it on the roll so that I'm not wasting too much by trimming off the ends. That's going to be way too much, so let's just take some of that back. And I've tied this in a bow, knot, in a knot. So let's do that. All fingers, all thumbs. Duh. Right. So here we go. That is very loose. But I will show you a trick for that. And that so that won't matter at all. Right, pop that over there. So that's very loose and that's obvious. Oh, there you are. So it's very loose and it's clearly not going to sit where I want it to. So what I can do is, can you see me? There we go, Maggie, there we go. So I'm just turning this ribbon as I want it to sit differently. There we go. I want it to sit that way. So it's too loose, right? It's going to move around and it's not going to sit where I want it to. So I'm going to hold it sort of where I want it, flip it over, and I already know I want this layer popped up. So I'm going to grab some of my dimensionals and use the dimensionals to hold it in place where I want. So all that excess, it's just going to be on the back of the card. No one can see it. Does not matter. Alright, then we can pop that on. One, two, three. One, two, three. Center that there. Lovely, and then we just need the last bits to put on, which is the sentiment that'll be popped up again. Now the strip is going to be too thin for these regular size dimensionals, and I don't have any minis at the moment, so I'm just cutting one in half and that'll be sufficient. And then what I do have is some of the metallic thread, so I'm going to pop down some tear and tape. Just a little tear and tape to sit near that ribbon there, and that's going to be what I'm going to put the thread to. So how I like to do this with the thread is I take a bit off the spool, grab it between my finger and thumb, and I'm just going to wrap it round, I don't know, 3-5 times. And so now it's all sitting between my finger and thumb. I'm going to bring it off my fingers there, and I can grab that and stick it down. And if anything comes loose, which it has here, that's not a problem. You can just pick it up, and you can just pick it up and manipulate it to sit where you want it to. So I'm just going to turn it and stick it. Lovely, and I actually want the other side to sit in the tape too, so there you go. I'm just pushing it all around so that it goes where I want it to. And lastly, I've got the sentiment. We're going to pop along just under that knot and covering that piece of tape. Okay, so you can't actually see the tape, but you've got metallic sticking up the top and the bottom. And the last thing I want to get actually is I'm going to pull out the metallic pearls for the centre there. I forgot to grab them first. I do apologise, so you'll just hear me rummaging for a bit. Oops, here they are. Here they are. So there is gold and silver in the pack. And we are going to use 5 of the silver because they match the smoky slate layer really well. So I was just looking around for my take a pick tool. This tool is amazing. So in one end here it's got it's like moulding clay, I suppose, in the end to use for. It's really great for picking up sequins or rhinestones or pearls or anything. I struggle to pick them up with my fingers, as I'm sure most of you do too, so this makes picking up and placing a breeze. Look at that. This is a great tool to have in your basic kit. Okay, so pop that away again and we can bring some of those up. So that's it. That is what I would call the advanced level. We've got a few more products used in here, and more cardstock layers, different techniques. Okay, what I cased from the other demonstrator and I'll have on my blog was this. This was what I would call the casual crafter, and what I thought would be the beginner design using just cardstock and inks was this one. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, at the moment we have got the mini catalogue out, and that goes until June, early June. I'm actually going to be doing a poppies class to go once we're off level 4 in New Zealand, and things like the post and courier can be used for non-essentials. I'll be looking at advertising that poppy class, and we've also got celebration at the moment, so that is just a couple of days left until the end of March 31st, and that's got all details of all the products that are available and how you can earn them for free. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, that you've enjoyed the products I've shown. Don't forget to go over to my blog, the link should be down here, and check out the written tutorial. Yes, thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.